Hello everyone, and welcome back to Bloom and Nourish. Today we're tackling a topic that many think about, but might hesitate to discuss openly. Why do some wives seem to drift away from their husbands as they get older? It's a sensitive subject, but it's essential to understand these changes if we want to build stronger, more lasting relationships. It's easy to assume love just fades, but often the reasons are much more practical and understandable than you might think. We will explore those reasons in this video. This isn't about pointing fingers or assigning blame. Instead, it's about gaining insight into the dynamics that affect long-term marriages. Maybe you've noticed this happening in your own life, or perhaps you know someone who has experienced it. Either way, this video aims to provide clarity and, more importantly, offer ways to address these challenges. Because understanding these shifts is the first step toward reconnecting, rekindling that spark, and building an even stronger, more fulfilling partnership. So grab a cup of coffee or tea, settle in, and let's dive deep into this important topic. Let's explore some of the core reasons that contribute to this shift in feelings. Number one is the unfolding of time and evolving expectations. Think back to the beginning of a relationship, often filled with excitement, passion, and newness. You're getting to know each other, overlooking small imperfections, and focusing on the best qualities. There's a shared belief that love will conquer all. However, the realities of daily life eventually set in. Responsibilities increase, and external stressors like career demands, financial pressures, and raising children take center stage. What once felt effortless now requires conscious effort. As people mature, they inevitably evolve, shaped by experiences, challenges, and personal growth. Ideally, couples grow together, developing a deeper bond. However, some drift apart, struggling to reconcile changes in personalities, needs, and aspirations. A woman might have admired her husband's ambition early on, but it becomes workaholism, leaving her feeling neglected. His light-hearted attitude may come across as irresponsibility or an unwillingness to take things seriously. Small habits that were once brushed off may now feel like constant sources of irritation. As individuals change, so do their expectations about love, partnership, and emotional fulfillment. Early in a marriage, a woman might tolerate poor communication, reluctance to help around the house, or emotional unavailability. As she matures, she may expect more emotional depth and connection. Many women reach a stage where they no longer have the patience for unresolved issues or minor annoyances that once seemed insignificant. They crave a reciprocal relationship where they feel heard, valued, and understood. Societal shifts and personal experiences also influence how women perceive their roles. Many women are reevaluating what they want out of life and whether their marriage aligns with those desires. If they feel stagnant, unheard, or emotionally unfulfilled, the sense of disconnection deepens. The passage of time isn't the issue. It's how individuals navigate that time together. Couples who nurture their relationship, adapt to change, and grow in alignment often maintain a strong connection. Failing to address shifts in expectations, emotional needs, and personal growth can result in an emotional gap. Number two is the imbalance of responsibilities and shifting roles. As women grow older, they become more aware of the shifting dynamics, particularly when it comes to roles within the household. Early in marriage, responsibilities may seem evenly distributed or manageable. Many women find themselves shouldering a disproportionate amount of work, physically and emotionally. Women are frequently expected to juggle multiple demanding roles, from managing careers and finances to raising children, overseeing education, maintaining the home, and ensuring the family's emotional stability. Even in modern relationships where men are more involved than in previous generations, there is an underlying expectation that the woman will be the primary caregiver, organizer, and emotional pillar. Emotional labor includes remembering birthdays, scheduling appointments, handling conflicts, and managing the family's social calendar. This imbalance becomes more pronounced as children grow older. Instead of tending to basic needs, a mother might help with emotional struggles, academic guidance, and career planning, often while managing aging parents and a demanding job. If her husband has been relatively passive in these areas, the contrast becomes starker, and she may feel exhaustion and frustration. Resentment can arise when a woman feels she is carrying the bulk of responsibilities alone, while her husband remains unaware or disengaged. Some men may assume their financial contribution is sufficient, failing to recognize the mental and emotional toll placed on their wives. This dynamic can create a growing disconnect. A woman may feel like she is navigating life as a single entity within the marriage. The emotional burden of maintaining the household, caring for children, working and managing family members can become overwhelming. Without partnership, a woman may start feeling undervalued, unseen, or unappreciated. The weight of managing it all can gradually erode the emotional connection. Women who feel unsupported may withdraw emotionally, invest time in their children, careers, or personal pursuits, and disengage from their marital connection. In the worst cases, a woman may realize that she is happier when her husband is not around, signaling a deeper fracture. This underscores the importance of open communication, shared responsibilities, and mutual appreciation. Without this balance, resentment can build, straining the marriage under unspoken expectations and unacknowledged labor. Number 3 is erosion of intimacy and connection. Sexual intimacy is a critical component of a strong and fulfilling marriage. It serves as a physical, emotional, and psychological bond that reinforces closeness, trust, and mutual affection. As time passes, various factors can lead to a decline in intimacy, leaving partners feeling unfulfilled, disconnected, or rejected. Physiological changes brought on by aging, hormonal fluctuations, or health conditions like menopause can significantly impact a woman's desire for intimacy. Decreased estrogen levels may lead to a reduction in libido, vaginal dryness, discomfort during intercourse, and overall fatigue. External stressors such as work pressures, caregiving responsibilities, or emotional burdens can further diminish a woman's interest in physical intimacy. Men may also experience shifts in their sexual health and behavior as they age. Some men face decreased testosterone levels, erectile dysfunction, or a reduced ability to sustain intimacy. They may become emotionally distant, preoccupied with work, or take their partner's presence for granted, neglecting her emotional and physical needs. When a husband no longer expresses affection through gestures, conversations, or closeness, his wife may begin to feel isolated. As intimacy dwindles, a woman might start feeling undesirable, unappreciated, or disconnected. If her emotional and physical needs go unmet, she may experience frustration, loneliness, or resentment. These emotions can erode the foundation of love and companionship. The lack of intimacy doesn't just impact the bedroom, it often seeps into other aspects of the relationship. The absence of touch, banter, or shared vulnerability can create an emotional gap. Maintaining intimacy requires ongoing effort, understanding, and a willingness to adapt. Honest conversations about desires, concerns, and well-being can help couples navigate challenges. Seeking guidance, exploring new ways to connect, or making an effort to show appreciation can restore closeness. Number 4. Unresolved conflicts and communication breakdown. One of the most common reasons marriages deteriorate is a communication breakdown. In the early stages, partners make an effort to connect, discuss feelings, and resolve conflicts. As the years pass and the initial excitement fades, couples can fall into routines that lack meaningful conversations. Small issues are often left unaddressed. These unresolved issues can quietly accumulate, growing into larger problems. For women, feeling unheard or misunderstood can be incredibly painful. They may bring up concerns, frustrations, or emotional needs, only to feel dismissed or invalidated. This lack of validation can create emotional detachment. They begin to retreat inwardly to protect themselves from further disappointment. The feeling of not being seen or heard is compounded by a partner's indifference or failure to acknowledge the emotional weight of the issue. When this becomes a pattern, the emotional connection erodes. Emotional disengagement can manifest as subtle disinterest or less frequent attempts to connect. Over time, it can deepen into resentment and bitterness. Unresolved conflicts build up, trust erodes, and emotional disconnection becomes pronounced. The range of unresolved issues can vary widely, from financial strain and differing parenting approaches to deeper breaches of trust, such as infidelity. In many cases, these problems are never fully discussed or resolved because the couple falls into a pattern of avoidance or denial. They may become afraid to bring up difficult topics or convince themselves that the issue will resolve itself. This avoidance only deepens the divide. Emotional fulfillment can feel like a growing void. When their emotional needs are not met, they may feel disconnected and alone, even when physically present. Over time, this emotional distance can evolve into dislike or even contempt. The partner who once brought joy may now feel like a source of frustration or resentment. This emotional chasm can become so wide that the couple may struggle to remember how they once communicated. The longer unresolved conflicts persist, the harder it becomes to bridge the gap. Communication is about listening, validating feelings, and working together to find solutions. Without this effort, the relationship may become a source of pain rather than support. Number 5 is personal evolution and the quest for self-awareness. As individuals age, they often experience a profound journey of personal growth, especially women. Life's challenges, milestones, and transitions act as catalysts for self-discovery. Women often find themselves in a period of reflection and reevaluation. This period is marked by a deep sense of introspection, often triggered by life-altering events or subtle shifts in perspective. One of the key transitions that can provoke this sense of self-reflection is the realization that time is finite. As women enter their later years, they often become more aware of their own mortality and begin to question whether they are living their lives to the fullest. This can lead to a desire to pursue passions, explore new interests, and make meaningful contributions to the world. If a woman feels that her marriage is hindering her personal growth or preventing her from achieving her full potential, she may begin to feel a sense of dissatisfaction and resentment towards her husband. Another factor that can contribute to this sense of disconnection is a shift in values or priorities. As women gain more life experience, they often develop a clearer sense of what truly matters to them. This can lead to a reevaluation of their relationships and a desire to align themselves with partners who share their values and support their goals. If a woman feels that her husband no longer shares her values or that he is not supportive of her personal growth, she may begin to feel a sense of distance and disillusionment. It's essential for couples to support each other's individual growth and find ways to align their paths. The key is to grow together rather than apart. So there you have it, some of the major reasons why wives may start to feel distant from their husbands as they get older. Remember, this isn't about assigning blame, but about understanding the complexities of long-term relationships and the changes we all go through. It's about realizing that relationships need constant tending and open communication and a willingness to adapt and grow together. If any of this resonates with you, remember you're definitely not alone. Many couples face these challenges, and there are resources available to help. Consider seeking counseling, attending workshops, or simply starting honest conversations with your partner. The most important thing is to acknowledge the issues and commit to working through them together. Ultimately, the goal is to create a marriage that continues to evolve and bring joy and fulfillment to both partners. What are your thoughts on this topic? Have you experienced similar challenges? Share your insights in the comments below. Your experiences can help others. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more relationship insights. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.